On this week's episode of the Final FronTia, a polite date has to be a minimum the length of an episode of The Apprentice. That should be the standard.
The divine Karen Moonstone. Hopefully I'm nothing like her because she's an absolute psycho.
I'm thinking of a shape and a colour.
It's a red triangle.
It was a red square.
We're so aligned right now, babes.
very
We're
much so.
so aligned.
This is the start of the podcast. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the shower curtain.
What an honour. What an honour.
This is where it all happens. I've sort of like positioned myself quite comfy.
I'm a bit jealous.
I feel quite safe, like in our sort of dynamic. So I'm being very like comfy cozy
Look
today.
how much I struggled getting into that position.
I think you did it quite elegantly, to be honest.
You're being nice.
My limbs are so long that I cannot do anything with like elegance and poise.
The fact that you're doing that in jeans as well, I think it's quite impressive.
It's quite a stretchy, flexible
number.
jean.
But we're here. We only see each other on red carpets.
We do. The last time was at the Beauty Awards, which
It was
you were expertly hosting.
the red carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It's actually the first gig that I've ever done. I've done it 3 years now. It's the first time I've ever done interviews as me. Normally I'm hiding behind a beard. I'm hiding behind a character. So for me to just like be myself was initially quite jarring and quite
Really?
scary. Yeah. Do you like, I don't know if you have like different alter egos of yourself, but I definitely find when I'm interviewing as Hans off, I can be a complete bitch, and like obviously Hans doesn't smile.
Yeah.
And then to like be me, I feel like, yeah, it was a challenge. And
That's
also
interesting.
it was Scary Spice. And I was interviewing Mel B and I was meant to be calm.
Okay, we need to talk about that. I feel like the childhood version of you was probably screaming while that was
it.
happening.
She was crying. She was literally like,
Childhood you.
yeah.
I thought you meant Scary Spice was crying. I was like, what did you do to Mel B? What happened?
No, childhood Daisy Doris May was wigging out.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually met her before the kind of red carpet was opening.
Oh, wow.
And I was hanging out with her mum and her dog and her daughter and her husband. And so then the family were just like, yeah, Daisy's cool. And then when Mel B and me met on the red carpet, she was like, I've heard about you. And then it was fun.
That was quite a good Mel B impression. It just naturally slipped out.
I actually did impersonate her dancing. There was a lot of high kicks going on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was a fun night. I had
It was.
literally just found out, like maybe a few weeks before, that I was pregnant, and I was like so tired, and I was just so not in the mood. And then there was really good chicken there, so everything got better. And
It
you were
balanced
there.
out. And also Scary Spice was there. I
And
feel like
Scary
that's
Spice.
the
You were there.
imperative. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, round of applause from the room.
Guys.
Thank you. Can I just, for everyone who's listening or watching at home, everyone else in the room was texting while that happened. So furious. That was wild. Yeah, congratulations. Did you announce this information to Scary Spice in the moment?
No, but I did let her know later. Like, I was like, by the way, actually, that whole shebang, I was preggers. And she was like, yeah, it was really nice actually, because it has been a whirlwind. And I actually did my first debut UK tour pregnant. And I was such a tired human.
I can't imagine.
I was such a tired little guy. I was traveling around the UK with 2 massive suitcases and a fish tank. It's a prop. And I was just like, what am I doing? Why am I like bouncing around like Glasgow, Birmingham? It was quite intense.
Yeah. But also humble brag that you've completed your first UK tour. Another round of applause from the room. They weren't texting that time. See? That's wild as well.
Yeah, it was fun. And then after that, I was like, okay, I need to learn how to do less because I find it's been quite exposing of who I am as a person being pregnant, because I'm like, I can't do like 5 plans a day. I can't do everything that in the same pace that I was doing it. And I think it's made me just be like, okay, what what does my life look like, and what do I look like if I'm just doing a little bit less and I'm doing a little bit more, like just stopping and doing nothing and being wholesome. I am a wholesome person, but I find it difficult to slow down.
I totally get that. I
feel like you do. You're like my spirit animal. I feel it.
I feel like that is a thing with like creative people in these kinds of like, I guess, alternative industries is maybe what I want to call it.
Yeah.
Is that we've probably always been the people who are doing the most the entire time.
Yeah.
And I totally relate to you on that, like learning to slow down element, because it's kind of boring.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
It is boring. Also, like, I'm someone who constantly gets distracted, and often that's can be really beautiful and it can be really handy. And I'm like, okay, I've just had this new idea and I'm doing this, and I'll go off on another mission. Like undiagnosed something or other.
Yeah.
There's something going on, something cool going on.
Relatable.
But yeah, just like simplifying my life has been useful. I've basically spent the last 2 months in South Africa, where my partner's from.
Oh.
And I'm like, yeah, it's been lovely doing less. And then I've come back to London, doing this show at Soho Theatre in a few weeks, trying to do everything. And like, it's like the old version of me, forgetting that I'm pregnant. And I'm like, wow, I'm humbled. I can't do it all.
But I think that's a life lesson in general, is to like grasp those moments where you can slow down and like give yourself just like a beat to breathe.
Totally. Giving yourself grace to just be like, today, I'm just going to stay in my PJs and do nothing and actually feel good about doing nothing.
Yeah.
It's not something that comes easy to me.
I totally get that. And I feel like sometimes it's like a feeling of almost shame that's like motivated.
Yeah. And also just like our jobs, like we've had to say yes to everything out of fear that nothing else will come up later. I even have a yes tattooed on my body because I'm like, I mean, that's another story why. But I'm a yes man. Like I'm like, I find it really difficult to be like, thank you so much for that offer, but I've already got a lot on the day. I would just be like, yes. And I think, the power of no.
Yeah, I totally agree. And it's taken, like for me, it's still like every day a battle to be able to say no to things. Yeah. It's so difficult. I feel like that boundary is really hard when you spend all your time sort of like, please correct me if this is not your situation, but it's definitely mine. When you've spent so much time fighting to prove yourself for yourself,
100%.
Like you almost like, I mentioned this earlier, but I literally very recently had like a very nice, but also somehow terrible like school reunion moment. And it was like back at our school, and it suddenly came flooding back how much time I was trying to like show the teachers by doing everything I possibly could that I wasn't like a bad child. And that's like perpetuated into adulthood. And so like, I feel like there is so much power in like putting up that boundary and saying, actually, do you know what? I'm tired.
Yes.
There's also
tired.
There's power in muting a WhatsApp group. There's power in saying no to things. There's
Preach.
Boundaries.
You're literally saying everything that I need. Listen, when I first discovered how to archive and mute WhatsApp chats, it was a game changer.
Love.
But I'm so intrigued about the school reunion. Were you, by the way, at school? What kind of kid were you like?
So I will say this in the most like direct, I've had years of therapy terms that I can. I was fine, but I got put into detention all the time. Okay. So I was there being like, hang on, what's going on? Like I was out here winning like best speaker in a debating competition and then getting put in detention for like being naughty in class or whatever. And now I can look back at it and I'm like, unconscious bias. You saw a little black boy and you were like, he must be naughty. But it just made no sense. I did Model United Nations like a nerd.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Say that again.
So there's this thing called Model United Nations.
Model United Nations. I don't even know. It's like a whole other language.
It's literal children pretending to be the UN. I'm not joking. I was ambassador for Venezuela one year and had to do a speech in front of like 300 other kids at this other school. Like we got like put on a bus, like driven up to this like really posh, like gorgeous school.
What age are we talking, by the way?
I'm 16 maybe,
16,
so like old enough to like speak in full sentences. But like I got there and I did like I did a really fun speech and it was a poem and the last sentence was in Spanish and I took out castanets at the end, which got us in trouble because you're not supposed to wear national dress. And now I think back, a little bit xenophobic, really.
Yeah.
But I was 16, let me live.
No, but you were 16 and like that was a bold, beautiful moment.
Yeah, creative.
Come on.
And all of that kind of stuff. And then kept getting into trouble with things. And yeah, that's really difficult. But that's what I mean about that sense of like, this constant like striving to prove yourself. I don't know if you relate to that.
No, I do. I mean, I was always like kind of like the problem child in that no one could put me in a box. And my whole thing was like, she just can't listen. She can't focus. And I think it was like that thing of not knowing, probably like less of a conversation back then of what all the different quirks that we have. And yeah, so I didn't fit in a lot of different schools. I think I went to like 5 schools.
Wow.
So I do relate to that. And I think there's this sense of like, oh my God, this is getting into a therapy session as well. But like, I do think there's this thing of like needing, what's that word? Like affirmation, like needing approval. Thank you. And needing being like, yeah, you're doing it. You're doing a good job. Whereas actually I don't, like, I'm learning that I need that less and less and less, and to just be like, yeah. It doesn't really matter what other people think. Going at my own pace is all that matters.
One thing that you definitely have from an external perspective, I am not your brain, but to me, looking at all the things that you do and you achieve, you don't seem to have like the same fear of failure that I have, because like the boldness that you like strive and go for things, firstly, all very successful.
Oh, bless
but like,
you. No.
You will put yourself out there like very firmly. And I think that is something that deserves like a lot of credit and maybe applause.
No, man.
I have never done this applause thing before and I love it.
This is hilarious. Are you a perfectionist?
Yes and no. Like in the sense that if it's something, for me, if it's something that I know that I can do really well, 2 years will pass. Like it took me 2 years to get headshots done so that I could put my Spotlight profile up. Because I was like, what if I start doing self-tapes and I never get a role and I'm terrible? So it took all of that time and energy. I'll sing on stage and I'm not the best singer. Like, I'll do it in 10 minutes, don't worry about it.
So it's kind of like selective moment.
Yeah.
Because in my head I was thinking then, like, stay with me, it's going to be weird, but maybe there's 2 kinds of humans. You've got your perfectionists and then your blaggers. And like, I should be more of a perfectionist, but I'm like, for example, years ago for an audition for a Shakespeare play, they needed the part to play the violin. I played the violin when I was 9.
Wow.
Really badly.
Okay.
I go into the audition, I'm like, I play the violin. I play that violin. And I got the part, and then it was really awkward in the first day of rehearsals when they were like, wow, you're really bad. I had like 5 panic lessons before. But a perfectionist would be like, I'm obviously going to not do that to myself. Yeah. That's stressful and you're lying.
Interesting. But
yeah,
you did the role though, right?
I did the role, and then it became like part of the comedy moment that like Celia and As You Like It was like really, really bad at the violin, and her sister was getting annoyed. Like it actually worked in the end.
Yeah.
So it was an amazing choice.
But that, I don't think that is lacking like being a perfectionist. I think that is... Oh my God, we need to talk about the fact that you've got a show. We'll come back to it. It's the fact that like, you know what you're putting out there. I think that's strength of character rather than like lacking that element of being a perfectionist. I think that's like knowing what you bring to the table and just doing it full pelt.
I'm going to be coming into this chair more often. Okay.
Same.
At this rate.
I love this.
I love this.
Yeah, this is great.
Thank you for saying that. I think, I don't know, there's the friends that I have that are really careful, and, you know, there's other like anxieties and that goes into actually putting themselves out there, like a headshot or like sometimes it's such an effort to put yourself out there. It's so scary. I really relate to that. And I love it when I can be like, fuck it. I am gonna put that video out. It might flop. It might be weird. Like someone might not get that particular character that I've just tried, but everything is an expression. I feel like if only we could judge ourselves a little bit less in the moment, just be like, let's just have fun with it. I don't know. It's easier said than done though, isn't it?
I think that's like a lot of the energy that you put out there summed up is let's just have fun with it. And I think that's really great. Starting a new business can be really intimidating. When I first started the Final FronTia, I couldn't have predicted how much work goes into running an online business. Schedules, assets, logos, selling tickets, all of it. It can feel super overwhelming at times, and every day seems like a new list of decisions that need to be made. And even when you're up and running, constantly growing your brand takes a lot of work. And your to-do list can easily begin to overtake your life if you don't have the right tools that help you simplify everything and keep you on track. For millions of businesses, the tool that we all wished we had discovered sooner is Shopify. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world. 10% of all online sales in the US, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started, they all use Shopify. When you use Shopify, starting an online brand becomes easy. With hundreds of ready-to-use templates, Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store to match your brand's style. It is also packed with helpful tools that help you accelerate your content creation, from helping you with descriptions, web page headlines, and even enhancing your photography for products you want to sell. Shopify can also be your marketing team. Easily create emails and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling. And best yet, Shopify is your commerce expert for all things product, with world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping to processing returns and beyond. If you're ready to sell and build your business, you're ready for Shopify. Turn your big idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your £1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.co.uk. Go to shopify.co.uk. That's shopify.co.uk.
What was it like for you being on the shows? The shows.
the drag races versus the world.
Yeah. What was it like when you're under that immense pressure to have fun and experiment and play? Do you know what I mean? Because that is wild.
I had no fun, to answer your question. The first time I did it, I had precisely zero fun ever.
Just the pressure.
Because I put pressure on myself. I felt like I was representing like the cabaret community of London because I was sort of the only person who did that kind of cabaret scene who was on that series. Like
and you did it beautifully.
Thank you.
Like genuinely heart, soul, fun, fire, like playful, not taking yourself too seriously, outrageous behaviour. Loved it.
Thank you. I was eliminated impersonating Mel B, so our earlier conversation was traumatic. But
God, I bet she loved it.
I'm praying to this day that she's never seen it. I know for a fact that Mel B's makeup artist has seen it. And I was just like, I can never interact with this person because I don't want to know if she has ever seen it, because all I did was talk about her relationship with Eddie Murphy. And I'm sure she doesn't want to have someone go on it. Yeah, no. But I just think that's the funniest thing in the world, that Mel B and Eddie Murphy.
That's actually wild.
Isn't it? I'm like, how did they meet? What did they have in common? Wild.
I want to be there. I wish I could see them on their first date.
Me too.
Side note, her and her husband are the most smitten, oh my days. They're like teenagers.
Gorgeous.
Anyway, you know when you like perv on a couple, you're like, you guys are literally so in love. Anyway, I am going to watch your Mel B tonight. Just to remind myself.
Just to see how real, as someone who has spoken directly to Mel B on a red carpet, just see how inaccurate it is.
Now.
Yeah.
But so the second time you came on, what was that like after kind of experiencing that high level of pressure?
Yeah.
Were you able to be like, I'm just going to go and do me?
Absolutely not. No, not even slightly. Because the second time I went, I was in my head, I was like, I have to win this. Otherwise, why did I do it? I did kind of gaslight myself into thinking I was having a much more fun time. But then I read back my diary and I'm playing, because the format is different. So we choose, like, if you win the week, you choose who's eliminated. I was playing 4D chess. I was like, if this person goes at this point, carry the one squared. The square root of Gothy Kendall is they, and I was like fully an insane person.
Really?
Yeah. But
That's almost impressive that you've got that in ya.
just like privately. And then we walked into the workroom and I was like, I do watch it back and I'm like, I'm conserving energy. So I just don't speak. You know the bit where they're around that table, have it. Never me. I'm just like, you all make your jokes and be loud. I'll just stand here.
You were just like holding
and then when
it
Rue
together.
comes in, I'm like, hello. I have a personality now. But for everyone else, I was like, oh, okay, just talk.
It's wild. When you go through something so monumental or as epic as that, I mean, I can't even imagine. But like, even if I relate it to different points of my life where it's been really nerve-wracking and I've been put under pressure, it is amazing looking back to what you can be like the different versions of ourselves.
Yeah.
Which again is kind of like you were probably an alter ego version of yourself without even realizing it.
It is strange, like thinking about that kind of thing. But I like the idea, a thing that I learned weirdly from Doctor Who is like, you are different people at different chapters of your life. But like, you almost owe, why am I going to cry thinking about this? You almost owe it to those past chapters to like continue and push forward and like be the best version of yourself in that chapter. That is a misquote of
I am
Matt
too
Smith.
hormonal to hear that. That's beautiful because this has been so present in my life recently. I look back and I'm like, wow, Daisy May in her 20s. There was a festival era of me that was exploring who I am, finally embracing like my queerness and like that whole chapter. But now I look back, I'm like, I it's so far removed to who I am and what I do in my kind of like my culture almost. Like because that used to be part of what I did. Do you know what I mean? Like we'd go to festivals. I'd do about 12 festivals a year.
Wow.
And yeah, I feel like there is different chapters of me that I like all kind of relate, but it's all Yeah, do you look back at your 20s and maybe you're still in your 20s?
I absolutely not. But thank you for that polite lie. I do look back at that. I totally get what you're saying, but those like pieces of you all weave together to create the person that's like stood here now, like without regrets or without the sort of like fun or without the mistakes, I guess. Like you can't. We're not sat in this room together right now without all of those parts of us that came before.
Yeah, it couldn't all be like rainbows, could it?
No.
To get here. You have to, I mean, I look back and I cringe at things that I've done and choices I've made. And then I also kind of look back and kind of just like, oh, that was important to go there and to learn maybe the hard way or, yeah, I'm being all cryptic, but...
How much of those sort of like past versions of yourself or those past chapters do you bring into like the characters that you have now?
Well, first of all, I think the most obvious one is Hans, because first of all, I absolutely love minimal house music. And Hans says, he loves minimal house music. So minimal, it's not even there.
It's weird hearing
It's
this without
silence.
the full... Yeah. I'm like, wait.
And I love Berlin. I love the culture there. I love raving. I love it. And I think I've brought that in. And also I've learned and kind of absorbed the art form of voguing since I was 17, 18 and kind of trained Old Way and Vogue Femme for best part of 15, 20 years. I mean, it doesn't look it. I should be a lot better than I am. But like, I love that art form so much. And it's a privilege being white and being able to even absorb those spaces. And so now I feel when I'm Hans on stage, my dance is definitely, there's elements of voguing in it. And I think that's really beautiful that I've found the confidence to do that. Whereas without the tash, again, it's scary to walk in a ball. I've only ever walked balls out of the UK. I've walked like 6 balls in Cape Town, New York, but I haven't ever walked in London.
Maybe you should. Maybe that's like the next challenge.
I did have the last ball I went to. It was the first time I walked pregnant. The duck walk with a bump. It was hard. It was getting in the way.
With years of practice, I don't think I could manage it one bit.
I did the slowest as possible dip ever. I was like, I'm going to just, it felt like because that crew in Cape Town, they know me so well. It felt really safe to just do that. And then I was me, actually. I didn't have a tash on. But yeah, going back to your question, I
love
think...
baby's first ball, by the way. That's so cute.
Baby's first ball, oh my God. New category, mother-to-be, mental. But yeah, I think like other characters, they've all got like parts of me. I mean, Steve is obviously, he's an iPod DJ from Guildford, Surrey, still living with his mum. And he's based on boys who I grew up with in Guildford. I feel like everyone's either been with a Steve or been a Steve at some point.
Yeah, we know Steve.
We know Steve.
Yeah.
I relate to Steve in that he's doing his best and he'll get things wrong at times, but he's willing to learn, like his heart's in the right place. And I think it's actually only years later, I'm like, yeah, I kind of relate to Steve in that way.
Yeah.
Hopefully I am not Steve, but I relate to Steve in that regard. And then the divine Karen Moonstone, hopefully I'm nothing like her because she's an absolute psycho. She's a self-appointed guru. She's like a parody of like that white woman who thinks she's invented like downward dog or something.
Yeah.
But I was someone, and I am someone who, I'll charge my crystals in the moonlight.
Do you?
I'm a bit of a...
Is that real?
I'm a bit of a witch. No, I just love that. I love, goddess cards. And so I kind of have a teeny bit of Karen in me. Don't tell anyone.
What witchy powers do you feel you possess? Because I'm fascinated by this whole thing, possibly also because of Christian trauma in my upbringing. But we've done enough like therapy today. Let's not go into it. But like, I love this. Tell me.
No, I wouldn't say I've got any witchy powers. I've got really good instincts, and I think we all do. Okay. Actually, I do. I do think that we've all got like the ability to like have good instincts, but it's about slowing down and giving yourself a bit of space to think about it.
I think that's neurodivergence. I'm going to be so honest. Because I when I first met my boyfriend who has ADHD, shout out, I was like, sometimes I think I'm a bit psychic because I can read people and I know exactly what they're going to be like when I meet them. And he was like, no, that's pattern recognition. Probably autism.
Yeah, there's something going on with us.
Yeah.
Spirit animals, again.
Yeah, very that.
I've never really thought about what it is that I think I have, but all I can say is that if you said to me, there's next full moon, should we have a little cacao and get out the cards, do some journaling and burn some papers? Babes, I will literally, I will make way for you. Okay?
Burn the sage.
Let's do it.
Wait.
See, this is what I mean. This is why a little bit of Karen lives in me, which is problematic.
Quite a lot.
Quite a lot of Karen.
This was like quite a lot.
Yeah, this is coming out for the first time.
I'm thinking of a shape and a colour of that shape, and I'm sending it to you now.
It's a red triangle.
It was a red square.
Okay.
That is pretty good.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not going to lie. That. You did that very immediately. Slightly freaked out by that.
Okay, hang on. Yeah, it's a shape, colour. What is it?
Oh, you're thinking of one. I'm sending it to me. Green circle.
Blue circle. See, we're halfway there. We're close.
Living on a prayer.
Yeah.
I wonder if that is like mild psychic ability or if there are just a limited number of colours and shapes. It's like one of the two.
Oh my God. Yeah, one of the two.
Tell me everything that you've got coming up, please. I'm intrigued. I'm excited. I need to know.
Next week, I'm doing Big Night Out, which is the first one-man show I've ever created where all three alter egos are popping up at the same time.
I love.
Not exactly the same time, but within the hour.
That would be impossible if it was at the same time.
But there's there's a lot of like videos in between and quick changes. And yeah, I'm going to be 6.5 months pregnant. As at Soho Theatre, 24th to the 28th of March. So 5 nights.
Wow, solid run. Round of applause.
Oh my God.
I'm going to keep this going. This is so great. That's amazing.
Thank you so much. At the time, I said to my crew 5 months ago, I was like, this is going to be a really good idea. Why don't I do it, not big night out, but like big belly out and just do it once before. Do you know what I mean? Before I become a mama. And then as it got closer, I've got like more and more anxious because I'm like, I don't know how to do that. Like the quick change it's a physical show.
Yeah.
But I think part of me wanted to do it as like a little mini protest of why shouldn't I do it?
Of course.
And also I think we don't see enough pregnant humans doing comedy, film, TV. Like I'm sure they are, but I want it more in our faces. I think like society tells us otherwise.
Yeah.
And I think the reactions of some people have been like quite shocking. Like, whoa, wow, are you doing that? Is that going to be all right? Obviously, it probably comes from love, but it's made me even more just be like, go on.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it one more time. And I feel like I just can't wait to show this human in the future. Like this is where I took you.
That's what. Are you going to film bits of it?
I should, shouldn't I?
You should, because I think that would be absolutely iconic. Like in however many years' time, to be like, actually, you might be doing the school play, but love, but this was your first time on
Look
stage.
how weird your mum is. Look at that weirdo. Yeah, no, it feels good to do it, and I've got like such a gorgeous team around me that has made me feel safe. And obviously I've like had to dial it back a little bit and figure out why Steve has got, you know, a beer belly now. Hans, this is just his fashion pouch, you know, it's just his new fashion.
Little fashion pouch.
And Karen is obviously, she's a pregnant goddess.
Love.
She's hosting a tiny visitor in her sacred womb. So like, it's been fun to figure out why all these alter egos have got a massive belly now.
That is fun.
But yeah, so I'm doing that, and then I'm chilling out, concentrating more on like writing and voiceover stuff.
Developing things.
Developing.
Yeah.
/ sleeping.
I think
/
sleep is
never
important.
sleeping this year.
Oh, true. Very true.
Wish me luck.
You're going to be gorgeous. You're going to be wonderful. You're going to be iconic. I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining me.
I've loved chatting to you.
Before you go, would you mind if we played a little game?
I'm excited.
Now, I'm going to hand over to Miss Olivia, who has probably appreciated that this is the first time that I haven't brought up that she used to be a professional ballet dancer. And now I've ruined it by bringing it up at the end.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Dance!
Oh my
no,
God.
Sorry.
Is this
Dance
part of the
topic.
game?
No.
Is it ballet?
It's got absolutely
No,
nothing to do with it, but Tia just likes to tell everyone.
I just think it's the most impressive
That's
thing
amazing.
ever. Like,
The discipline.
Yeah. But I don't do it anymore. I teach it, but I don't do
teach us. No, sorry.
I
The
can't-
game.
Yeah.
Right, the game.
Not
the
right
game.
now. We've not got time.
Right, the game is petal or petty. So I'm going to say some scenarios and you have to decide whether they are petal, which is like a fair thing to do, or a petty thing to do.
Petal as in flower.
As in flower petal.
Got it. It's relevant.
It's relevant.
It's always
to Daisy.
relevant. It always,
See what she's done here.
Yeah. Big brain. Big brain.
Tia
Petal.
in the voice. Like just flowers. Something
Flowers.
Something flower power.
Okay, here
Okay.
we go. First one. Leaving a date if they're 15 minutes late.
Should we say it at the same time?
Okay, I feel really weird saying the word petal for some reason, but we're committing to this.
For me, that is
Petal.
petty.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like half an hour I'm still waiting. So do I need better boundaries?
No, I think maybe it is that you already have better boundaries, that you're probably only going on a date if that person is worth going on the date with. I just went on dates with people who, well, I had a very traumatic relationship. So I was just going on dates with people who like smiled nicely. Like the bar was low. So 15 minutes, I'm like, if you're not there, like I didn't even want to be here in the first place.
Really? So 15 minutes, are you walking out the bar?
No, do you know what? I'm lying. I'm trying to be like fierce and confident. I actually agree with you.
I think I'll just be like,
an hour and
I
a
think
half.
I'll just like enjoy a little margarita and just wait.
Treat yourself.
And then just be
Self-date.
like, and then I'll just be like, oh, was it? I mean, babes, I was late for you today, wasn't I?
Well, I was late for me
Yeah,
today
we were
as well.
both
Yeah,
late.
we were.
They were both
Can you see
late.
the hands this time?
Can you see the hands?
Can you see?
So I feel like lateness, unfortunately.
Fair.
I mean, Tom sat there. Am I always late? I am. He's literally just smiling. So yeah,
Okay.
petty for me, that
Petty.
one.
Agree. You talked me round.
Stalking your partner's ex's Instagram weekly.
1, 2, 3.
Unhinged.
That's unhinged.
Like, that's too much.
That's not even
That's
petty or
not even-
petty. That's unhinged. That's
that's
blockageable.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Wild behavior.
I'm not into the whole like anything stalky thing.
Mm,
I need to feel free to just know.
yeah. I'd go for a little stalk.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
stalk's
A
fine.
little polite
but
stalk.
weekly.
That's wild. There's clearly no trust in the relationship. Bin them off.
Yeah.
And also go to therapy.
Mhm.
We're so aligned right
Yeah,
now, babes.
very
We're
much
so
so.
aligned.
Olivia, are these just things that you've done?
Absolutely not.
Okay, thank God. I was so worried.
Okay. Going on a date just for the free food, even though you know you don't like them.
Wait, is that what they would do or what I would do?
What you would do.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Petty. You're going for the food. That's fair.
I love food, and food is expensive in London eating out. And maybe it could be a genuinely lovely friendship. And maybe we've just eaten really well.
Good reasoning. After saying I went on dates with people that I didn't really care about, I am calling myself petty because I know that I've probably done this for like an evening's company and some free drinks. But like, I think I've done it.
Yeah.
But I also think it's petty.
Yeah. Also, food is less tasty in bad company.
Yeah.
Like if someone's dry, Jacob's cracker dry,
Yeah.
and I'm
Not sponsored.
and I'm eating some gorgeous food, I don't want to talk to you.
No, you'll be
wanna
rushing.
enjoy the food. Yeah,
I would want to get out of there.
I want to get out. I'm not very good with like loads of convo whilst there's delicious food going on. I get a bit overwhelmed.
Agreed. I don't want to chew in front of a stranger.
No.
That's not for me.
No, I'm like, I want to concentrate. I want to eat.
Yeah.
I'd like to have lovely, lovely food with you because now we know
Mm-hmm.
we could just be like, love
Oh,
you, but I'm just gonna,
hands again. Okay.
I'm just gonna dive in.
Yeah, very that.
So I'll chat to you in like 10 minutes. Yeah.
What sort of food, like what would you go for our friend date?
I would say personally,
Mm-hmm.
we're going for Thai food.
Good shout.
'Cause then we can share different bits and bobs.
I'm half a vegan, so
I can dabble with some vegan dishes.
okay, great. That's good. No,
So
just
I
no
love
egg,
that
no
you're
milk.
vegan.
Half a vegan.
Half a
I
half a-
eat cheese. I'll admit it. I eat
Okay.
cheese.
This is interesting. I'm lactose intolerant. We're like,
Wow.
we're so quirky, you and me
I'm
together.
intolerant to egg. Crazy.
Are you?
But only egg. Like I can eat a cake that has egg in it and be fine.
As you can have egg things in it. You just can't
Yeah.
have the egg.
I can have mayonnaise, but give me a boiled egg, I will vomit. It's wild.
Whoa. Did you figure that out from a test or from doing the thing?
Well, I figured it out from actually being like, it comes in waves. So I'll start eating eggs again and then I'll be fine. And then it will just get to a point, my boyfriend has to be gently rubbing my back while I'm over a
Really?
toilet bowl.
I have that with eggs too. Too much egg.
Weird.
Yeah. Also, eggs are a bit weird. If you overthink about them, that is quite an intense thing.
Yeah. It
Anyway,
is weird.
We've gone down a rabbit hole of
Yeah, no,
eggs.
that's made me reflect too
We've
much
really gone down the egg hole here.
One more.
on... Gross.
So,
Egg hole.
Daisy, what is the pettiest thing you've ever done that you'll admit on the podcast on a date? And Tia has to say if it's petal or if it is indeed petty.
Petty thing I've done on a date. Well, for starters, I only had about 5 dates with my husband before I proposed to him. So
Really?
the gap was small of dating, but
I'm also going to have a think because I feel like the inverse is about to happen. I've honestly probably been on about 4 first dates ever.
me too. What have you done that's petty on a date?
I've spoken to someone's ex on Grindr deliberately because I knew that they were that person's ex.
That's quite fun.
It is quite fun.
That's actually something you should be proud of.
But also, they knew that I was also having a gorgeous time with their ex. So I don't know why they messaged me in the first place.
Everyone knew what was going on.
Yeah, I agree.
This sounds just fruity.
Yeah, a little tutti frutti.
Fruity rather than petty.
Yeah. Are we just not petty people?
We're not petty people. I genuinely can't think of a petty. Like, I think to do something petty, I'm thinking of like, have I been, do you know what I mean, stingy or weird or jealous? I should be more jealous because I'm a bit like...
Just too chill.
I'm a bit too chilled at times. I've been too chilled.
Yeah, same. I can't think of anything.
I've got no juice.
What about you, Olivia? What's the pettiest thing you've done on a date?
I've definitely turned up at a date and known straight away that it wasn't going to happen. But he was very willing to buy me drinks. So I just rinsed him of like cocktails and...
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've done that.
And said goodbye.
Actually,
That is kind of petty, actually.
It's like a lot of money.
Have you ever turned up at a date and performed a full ballet routine?
I've turned up at a date and we've gone out and I've ended up in like Freedom on the pole doing a leg. That has happened quite a few times.
I love that.
I'm inspired.
Could never be me.
I've been on a date once and I put the menu accidentally set on fire. It was just a bit of a dramatic ending.
Was that the witchy powers? You like with your mind?
That was
you set
the
it
witchy powers.
Yeah, you were like, this is a terrible date, and then suddenly things were on fire.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I was like,
I know, like a lot of my friends, they like, and I never did this, but they would turn up on like a first date, and then immediately, if they think that like it wasn't going to work out, they would like spend 3 minutes and be like, this isn't going to work.
Whoa.
And then turn around and leave.
I think that's quite mean.
That's
crazy.
I think that's quite mean
Whereas
to the
I
other
would
person.
go through with the date.
I'd go through
spend
with the
like
date.
2 hours,
get
the cocktails, and then end it.
I feel like there's a happy middle ground here. A 45 men.
A little 45
Do you know
men.
what I mean? 45 men. This has been really nice, but white lie, X, Y, Z kind of thing.
Very that. I think, a polite date has to be a minimum the length of an episode of The Apprentice. That should be the standard.
Oh my God.
That's fair though.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone on a date and you've like, I'm not feeling that sociable. Let's just go somewhere like the cinema. I don't want to speak.
No.
I want to see them, but I don't want to speak to them.
I understand where you're coming from. I don't like the cinema generally as a rule. It stresses me out. I'm sat in a room with strangers in darkness. I don't know anything about them. I'm focused in one direction. My back is to the doors, which is bad feng shui. So there's something about my anxiety peaks the most either near a roller coaster or in the cinema, and I can't tell you why. Like,
This is wild.
It just freaks me out.
I feel like this isn't common knowledge.
No, I'm okay if it's like a room full of people that I sort of, if I know. If I'm there with like 10 friends, I'm like, this is safe.
What about a theatre? Similar vibe?
Weirdly, theatre fine.
Because people are allowed to clap, move. There's a bit more like...
Yeah, but it does depend on where I'm sat. If I'm on, I don't know why, I think maybe I need more therapy. If I'm too high up, if I'm on like an upper circle situation, I'm like, this building is old, this could like break at any time. Like there are no pillars underneath this balcony.
Some of those theatres are dusty.
Very that. I need more shows to be Six the Musical length, no interval. I just need straight through and get me out.
I'm a big believer in the interval. If I'm not enjoying something 100%, I'm gone.
The opposite of that, I've always wanted to sneak into a theatre show at the interval. Because if you're like, oh, sorry, I was out vaping, like my coat's
Should
on
we
my
try
seat.
and make it a mission?
I think so. I've always wanted to just go into like Les Mis in the interval.
Do it.
Why not?
Do it.
That's really naughty though. Is that petty? Maybe. Who knows?
Who knows?
That is naughty. Thank you so much. This has been a gorgeous chat.
This has been gorgeous. And let me get you a ticket next week.
Oh my God. Absolutely. I would love to see you.
I think you're incredible. And keep doing you. This has been heaven.
I think you're incredible.
This has
Keep
been
doing
so
you.
lush.
How lovely. And you can teach me how to duck walk as well.
I don't know if I'm the place to come to for that, but I will direct you in the places.
I'm all height and legs, so I don't think I'd be able to do it.
All height and legs. I love that.
Tiny body, long legs.
Really?
We're going to keep talking. End podcast.